Your body thinks you're starving. It thinks food is scarce. It thinks you should be walking for miles every day. It thinks your next meal isn't guaranteed. The problem? None of that is true. You live in a world of supermarkets, food delivery, elevators, cars, and more calories than any humans in history could imagine. But your body doesn't know that because the brain inside your skull, the muscles on your bones, and the metabolism powering every cell in your body were built for a world that no longer exists. And that may explain one of the strangest mysteries of modern life. Why, despite having more comfort, more technology, and more food than ever before, so many people feel weak, tired, overweight, and unhealthy. To understand why, we need to go back, not hundreds of years, not thousands, but tens of thousands of years, to the world your body still believes it lives in. Imagine waking up 20,000 years ago. There is no alarm clock, no breakfast waiting in the kitchen, no guarantee you'll eat at all. The sun rises over a cold landscape, and almost immediately the search for food begins. Because if your group doesn't find enough food, people go hungry. And if you don't move, you don't eat. It's that simple. A morning might begin with tracking animal footprints across miles of open land. An afternoon could mean digging for roots, gathering berries, carrying water, or hauling meat back to camp. Nothing was automated. Nothing was delivered. Every calorie had to be earned through effort. And here's the part most people never realize. Ancient humans weren't exercising. They weren't trying to stay fit. Movement wasn't a choice. It was life itself. A modern workout lasts an hour. Their workout lasted all day. And over thousands of generations, that lifestyle shaped the human body into something remarkable. Not the strongest animal, not the fastest, but something far more dangerous. The ultimate endurance machine, which leads to one of the strangest abilities humans ever evolved. An ability that allowed our ancestors to hunt animals faster, stronger, and more powerful than they were. Imagine spotting an antelope on the horizon. The animal sees you and instantly takes off. Within seconds, it's hundreds of meters away. By every measure, you've already lost. So how could a human ever catch it? Simple. You don't try to outrun it, you outlast it. Our ancestors used a strategy known as persistence hunting. Instead of chasing at full speed, they followed. Patiently, relentlessly. The animal would sprint away. The humans kept moving. The animal would stop and rest. The humans kept moving. Again and again and again. For hours. Until you realize something incredible. Humans evolved a secret weapon. Not claws, not fangs, sweat. While most animals cool themselves by panting, humans can dump enormous amounts of heat through sweating. Combined with our long legs and efficient stride, it gave us something few animals possess. The ability to keep moving long after others needed to stop. Eventually, under the brutal midday sun, the animal would overheat, weaken, and collapse from exhaustion. Meanwhile, the humans were still standing. Think about that for a second. The species that built skyscrapers, smartphones, and spacecraft first became successful because it could walk. For a very long time. Your body is the descendant of those people. Every muscle, every tendon, every bone. Shaped by a world where movement wasn't optional. But then something happened. Something that completely changed the relationship between humans and movement. It was called agriculture. Around 12,000 years ago, instead of following food, people began growing it. Farming allowed populations to explode. It created trade, technology, writing, governments. Everything we know today traces back to this moment. But every breakthrough comes with a trade-off. The average hunter-gatherer moved through constantly changing environments. One day climbing, another day carrying, another day tracking animals across miles of land. Farmers still worked hard, but the work became repetitive. The same fields, the same motions, day after day. And the diet changed too. Hunter-gatherers ate dozens of different foods throughout the year. Early farmers became dependent on a handful of crops. The result was strange. Human civilization became stronger, but individual bodies often became weaker. Archaeologists found that early farmers were often shorter than the hunter-gatherers before them. Their bones showed nutritional stress. Their teeth developed more cavities. But even farmers had one thing in common with their ancestors. They still moved, every day, for hours. Then came a second revolution, one that would reduce human movement on a scale no ancestor could have imagined. The Industrial Revolution introduced machines that could do the work of dozens of people. Walking became driving. Lifting became pushing a button. And the physical demands of daily life began to disappear. Civilization was sprinting forward. Our biology was standing still. Today, food appears instantly. Water flows from walls. Temperatures are controlled with a button. And people spend most of their days sitting. From an evolutionary perspective, that's bizarre. Your ancestors sat when they needed to rest. We sit to work, sit to travel, sit to eat, sit to relax. For the first time in human history, a person can get through an entire day while barely moving at all. And your body notices, because your skeleton is still expecting movement. Your muscles are still expecting work. Your metabolism is still expecting scarcity. Instead, it receives comfort, constantly. But movement is only half the story. The other half is food. For most of human history, calories were incredibly difficult to obtain. So evolution gave humans a powerful survival advantage. Whenever high-calorie food appeared, eat it, crave it, store the extra energy as fat. In the Ice Age, that strategy worked. The famine always came eventually. The problem? Today, it never does. You can consume more sugar in 10 minutes than some hunter-gatherers encountered in weeks. And your brain responds exactly the way evolution designed it to, with excitement, because deep inside, it still believes these foods are rare opportunities. That's why resisting junk food feels so difficult. You're not fighting instincts that failed. You're fighting instincts that worked for hundreds of thousands of years, and the consequences are everywhere. Obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, many of the biggest health problems of the modern world were almost unheard of among traditional hunter-gatherers, not because ancient people were magical, but because they lived in an environment that matched the body's evolution gave them. The modern world created something no human body was ever designed to handle: unlimited calories, minimal movement, 24 hours a day. And perhaps that's the most important idea in this entire video. Your body isn't malfunctioning. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. The problem is that the world changed faster than evolution ever could. Muscles that aren't challenged begin to shrink. Bones that aren't loaded become weaker. The cardiovascular system becomes less efficient. The body follows a simple rule: use it or lose it, which means the human body isn't designed to stay strong. It's designed to respond to what you ask of it. Ask very little, and it becomes capable of very little. Ask more, Methwan, and it often surprises you. Today, people pay money to solve problems that barely existed for most of human history. We buy treadmills because we no longer walk. We join gyms because daily life no longer challenges our bodies. Civilization solved countless problems, but in solving them, it accidentally created a new one. A world so comfortable that it often works against the body living inside it. The strange truth is that your body isn't broken. Every craving, every instinct, every biological system inside you exists because it helped your ancestors survive. They were never mistakes. They were survival tools. Then the world changed, but evolution moved slowly, far too slowly to keep up with civilization. Your body still carries the memory of the world that created it, a living connection to thousands of generations who survived through movement, effort, and endurance. And although the Ice Age is long gone, part of it is still alive inside you. The question is whether you're giving that ancient body the life it was built for. Because your body doesn't know it's living in the modern world. It still believes it's preparing for tomorrow's hunt.